Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I hope that you're doing well. Welcome to another video and welcome to what could possibly be a very embarrassing video for me. And today we are going to be reacting to the video that I posted last year in May, which is my These Books Will Self-Destruct in 12 Months video. This video has been done by several people. Mainly the person that I've known to do it is Becca from Becca and the Books. But I actually got the idea from Caitlin from the Lit Review. She did it before I did it, and she was the one that inspired me to set a list of 12 books that would self-destruct in 12 months. And I'm nervous to see how I did. I'm not sure if I even slightly succeeded in this, like even a little bit. So we're gonna watch this today, and I'm afraid that I've actually unhauled most of these books on this list. I haven't looked at this list in months. And haven't even actively tried to do anything with these books except for one, and I'm embarrassed. So let's go ahead and watch this video and see what happens. Okay, we are going way back, like way back. I should probably put my AirPods on for this, huh? Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, AirPods are in, and now I am ready. Okay, so let's do this. I'm nervous. Welcome back to my channel. I hope that you're doing well. Okay, I know that you guys just watched that intro, but I love that song so much, so I'm gonna go ahead and I think that's actually my old intro music. I don't think that's the same intro music anymore. Awkward. Okay, I'm just gonna skip ahead here. Ooh, okay. Ooh, I have 10 books. 10 books, not 12. Okay. If I don't read in the next 12 months, I'm going to have to unhaul. I have tried to separate them via... Hold on a second. Can we just talk about the background of this video? What the? I only have one bookshelf. It's not even full. And my TBR cart in the back. Now I have 2 bookshelves and they're all full and double stacked. It's a mess. Okay, let's not talk about it. So I'm hoping this will be a little bit easier to explain to you why these books are on my list for today. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in. So I'm going to start with the books here to my left. And both of these are just like regular contemporary books. That I figured would fit well into the genre. I guess talk a lot. Okay. My grandma and all right. So the first one I have is Blessing in Disguise. I'm gonna be real honest. I do not know if I still own this book. I'm gonna double check because I honestly don't know. I don't know if I've unhauled this book yet. I have not. I have not unhauled this book. It is still chilling in my little book selection there. I haven't even thought about picking this book up. Not even like one time, not once did I think about picking this book up. I'm actually kind of embarrassed because you would think, you would think I would just think about it. Never, not once. I didn't even contemplate putting on a TBR, like never. But then again, this wasn't my preferred genre. I didn't buy this book for myself. I bought it for my grandma. And as you can see, it just wasn't my book. It wasn't a book for me. Oops. Okay, let's move on to book 2. Let's see. All right, the next book that I have here is Sisters by Choice. This is by Suzanne Mallory. I picked this one up actually at Ralph's one day. Actually, I think it was like Valentine's Day. I think I picked it up on Valentine's Day of last year. And I had every intention of reading it. And then by the time that, you know, these 12 months had rolled around, I purchased a lot of books, as you can see from the background change. And I just didn't feel like this book was my typical genre. That's something that I would want to pull from. So I did unhaul this one already. I think I unhauled it in the last unhaul that I did. I just knew I wasn't going to get around to it, so I figured why keep it on my shelves, because I wasn't going to read it. I just didn't. Oh, okay. So next up we have Runaway by Harlan Coben. Again, another book that I had every intention of reading at some point. I think when I first started watching BookTube, somebody had recommended this one. And then as time went on, I heard some negative reviews about the book. And I just figured, like, this really isn't my genre. Mystery really isn't my thing. And, like, mystery following a father whose daughter is still alive, but she's being brought into some dark world just wasn't really my type of mysteries to read. I like more, like, murder mysteries, whodunit, either that or like really creepy type of mysteries, and this just wasn't that. So I did unhaul this one already as well. Off to a great start. I didn't read 1 and 2 I've already unhauled, so we're getting there. Okay, so the next book that I have here is Women Who Run with Wolves. And in the beginning of this video, I said that there was only one book in this entire Self-Destruct video that I had really focused on. And I wouldn't say I really focused on it, but this is the one. I did not want to unhaul this book. It has just taken me a little while to want to focus on it because I know that it's going to be a experience. So when I say that I have focused on this book, I have read 6 pages. 6 pages, but I have started it, and that's going to be my caveat for not getting rid of this one, because I will show you guys why I've only read 6 pages. And that is because I am highlighting and writing in the margins and circling words that I don't know, and I am really taking my time with this book and trying to really retain the information and get as much as I can out of it as I possibly can. So I don't want to rush this, and I want to just take my time and pick it up when I'm ready and take what I can from it at those times, and then put it down until I'm ready again. So I'm not getting rid of this one. That is my only caveat. And the 6 pages that I read, I was enjoying, but it's a tough read. It's a lot of words on a page. As I was saying in the video, this text is completely so tiny. The book is tall in and of itself, and I just don't want to rush it. So this is the only book that I didn't technically finish, but I started it, and I will not be getting rid of it. Need to pick up anytime soon, and that is YearOne. All right, the next one up here is YearOne by Nora Roberts. I unhauled this one too. Oh man, okay, well, awkward. Yeah, no, I didn't think that I was gonna get around to this. It is a fantasy. I just don't think that fantasy written by Nora Roberts is really my jam. It's not really my thing. So I'm gonna let it go. If I do ever feel like I want to pick it up, I could just pick it up on audiobook or ebook. I don't really need the physical book in my library, knowing that it's gonna take me, if I ever think about reading it again, it would take me years and years to get to. So this is another one that I decided that I didn't need. Okay, Defiance by CJ Redwine. This was on, I think, at least 4 officials TBRs, and I did not read it. So in this last unhaul that I did, I decided that I just didn't want to keep it anymore. I had tried so hard to get myself to want to read it, and I just didn't want to read it. I just didn't want to. My sister actually gave me this one, and the biggest stipulation as to why I never picked it up was because another book that my sister gave me, I really didn't enjoy it, and it was kind of in the same fantasy realm as the other book that I read, and I was just so scared to pick up another book that I was really going to dislike, and I never pushed myself to actually read it. So if you guys, have read this one and you liked it, please do let me know. But I have not heard a single person talk about the series, and I didn't want to read it, so I also unhauled this one. We are off to a wonderful start. I don't think I've read a single book on this list. Oh, wild ride. Okay. Oh. Catch-22 by Joseph Heller. I think I unhauled this. Oh no, I didn't, but now I have to. Oh, okay. Honestly, classics I don't think are for me. I just don't think that I am a classic reader. I have read, I think maybe 4 or 5 classics since I started reading again this past couple years, and they just aren't for me. I don't get them. They go right over my head. I don't see any merit in them. I think that if you like books like that, then great. If you get something out of them and you find them of value, then wonderful, great for you. It just doesn't work for me. And so I think both the classics that I put on this list, I never got around to. So I will be unhauling probably both of them. I don't remember what the other one was, but yeah, sorry. Okay, so this is probably the only one that I may have been slightly interested in it if I did get around to reading classics, and that is Fahrenheit 451. But again, I did not push myself to read this in the last 12 months, so that's kind of showing you something. I don't think this was the book, this kind of books for me. I don't know how many more times I can say that one, but I just don't think classics are my cup of tea, and I just don't strive to want to read them, like, at all. So again, I'm going to be getting rid of this one. I'm kind of sad about it because I think this was one classic that I was slightly intrigued by, but I just don't think that I'm ever going to read it, so I'm going to let it go. Oh my gosh, a book I've read. What? A book I've read! The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey. I did read this one, and I already unhauled it. I read it. I kind of enjoyed it enough to pick up the sequel of the book, but it wasn't the best book I've ever read. The reason I put this on here in the first place was because it was sci-fi, and I am terrified of sci-fi. But it was an easy to digest sci-fi YA book. It just wasn't the best thing that I've ever read. It wasn't the best thing that's ever been written. And it was a good thing to read while I read it. It was a good time while I read it, but I just don't see myself ever rereading it, so I did already unhaul it. But, I'm happy that I've actually done something on this list. Yay me! Is this the last book on this list? Because if it is, I'll take it as a win. I read this one. Wow. Okay, wait. Let's back up. I specifically put these two books on here because they were sci-fi and I did not want to, oh, I almost dropped my pen. I did not want to read sci-fi. And these are the two books that I actually read. I actually really enjoyed Recursion by Blake Crouch. I gave it a 4-star. I thought it was a really well done book. I thought it was twisty and turny and so engaging. It was so much fun and it was a really easily digestible sci-fi. It's also kind of like a mystery. So if you like that, then I think that you would really enjoy his work. I think I heard that Recursion? No, that's this one. But Dark Matter by him is also very similar in the type of book that it is, the type of sci-fi that it is. And I've heard that one is also really good. So I do own that book. I will get around to it at some point, who knows when. But I'm really surprised that the two books that I actually read in this list are both sci-fis. What a miracle. I've learned something about myself. But yeah, I really enjoyed that book. Really glad that I read it. But I did also unhaul that one because I just don't see myself rereading it. And I wanted to have somebody else enjoy the experience of reading that book. So another book that has been unhauled. Go me. I'm killing it. That was it. That was the last book in this list. And can I call it a win? I read, I think maybe 2. Yeah, I read 2. I unhauled 1, 2, 3, 4 books. And I didn't even touch the other ones, except for this one. I made a dent. I made a 6-page dent, and you know what? I'm going to take it. I'm going to go for the win here. I'm going to say this was somewhat successful. I also think that I learned a little bit more about, like, what I like and what I think I will actually pick up in a year. And obviously, this list wasn't it. I think that I would be curious to do this again and see kind of, you know, if the books that I read are... if the books I have on my shelves are actually books that I want to read. I think that this really caused me to really think about the things that I like and don't like in books and think that I get pulled in by when I read my books. And obviously these ones just weren't it. So I am really glad that I did this video. I would be curious to know if you guys have read any of the books that I mentioned in today's list. I think probably the most popular ones on this list are probably going to be the classics. But I can't even hear myself talk. But I am... you know, I'm curious to hear you guys' thoughts on them. And if any of these deserve a second chance, please do let me know because I would be more than happy to pick them up on audio or audiobook or ebook. So let me know about that. But that is the end of this video. Hopefully you guys found this slightly entertaining. I will be doing a follow-up to this video for a brand new year, a brand new 12 months coming up soon. So keep your eyes peeled for that. But that is the end of this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave. And of course, leave any comments, questions, and suggestions in the comment section below. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.